Hey, I'm Trevor, and I love programming. I wanted to share my love with everyone, so I created this channel. So let's get into the lesson. Hey guys, welcome to C# tutorials. I wanted to start with today, what is C#? C# is one of the most widely used programming languages. It is developed from Microsoft. They actually are the ones who created it and are the ones that constantly update and add new technologies to it, so you can literally do anything with it, from game development to just creating general desktop applications that run simple things. You can get to augmented reality, um, just amazing stuff like that. And then I wanted to go over what we use to start the development process. All right, guys, in your browser, let's go to Visual Studio. As you see, I've already searched it, but then let's click the Visual Studio IDE. All right, for Windows users, we're going to be using the Community Edition. It's the free version, free for individual developers, academic users, and open source. And this, for Mac, you just do this, and it's the exact same process the whole way. So let's go ahead and download the Community Edition, and it should pop up down here. Yep, open it, launch it, and it says before you get started, you need to set a few things up. It's going to set up everything for you. Just going to install it to the necessary files. Alright guys, so for our purposes, we only need the .NET desktop development. It is 5 gigabytes alone, so we don't want to just be clicking through here and just having a bunch of space taken up on our computer. But if you look, C# can work with so many other languages. It can mobile development, creating plugins, game development, working with databases. There's so much you're able to do with it, and so the more you're able to learn, the more you'll be able to translate it to other areas that you want to learn. So let's go ahead and install it. And this may take a while depending on speeds and your system in general, but I will be back once it's done. Alright guys, as it's finishing up, it's going to ask you to sign in right here. Let's see, it might automatically sign me in because I've already signed in before, but just go ahead and sign in so that way whenever you sign into another computer, I had to download Visual Studio on another device, you can just open it up and it saves all your preferences. Alright, for me, I chose the blue and white theme, but you can choose whatever theme you like. So once you get here, this is where all the magic begins. So let's go ahead and create a new project just to get a good overview of what Visual Studio looks like. We'll be using the C#. Make sure the C#, because if you use VB, it's a little bit of a different language. Console app.NET Core, that's all we need. So let's hit next. Let's go ahead and name this Hello World. This is where I first started off at, and it's just a good stepping stone to decide or just to learn a little bit of the application at the beginning. So I'm going to put it on my desktop. I'm going to create a new folder just call it projects, and save everything in there. And let's hit create. So you're going to see a good bit of stuff. Don't worry about memorizing everything. The more you mess around with it on your own and just examples that you're messing with and just seeing how C# or Visual Studio actually works with the code that you're messing with is the best way to learn. So don't worry about memorizing any of this. Just as a good overview, this is our program.cs. You see it in our Solution Explorer. It's basically a file explorer for our project. So our Hello World project, we have our dependencies, which is, we'll get into it later, but it's where our frameworks and other packages will go that the program actually depends on using to actually execute the code. And then we have our program.cs file. This is where so if you click in it, you'll see the program and main string void. See, this is where we have our main class. Main class is what is used, or what Visual Studio looks for to execute all the code that's run for. So you always only have one main class, and everything is run through it that actually executes in the program. We don't have more written over here, but so I'll explain this once we get to it. Just not trying to overload you right now. So right here we have our console.write line. This is telling our console, which is our command line for Windows or terminal for Mac users, and we're writing the line hello world. So if we were to hit this, you can hit the run up here, or you can hit F5 and it will run the code. I'm going to hit F5 and it's going to take a little bit to debug and it will execute. And as you can see, it printed exactly what was in our quotation marks. And you can just have fun with this. You can change it to whatever you want. So let's just put welcome to C#. And let's hit run. Also, another thing, every time you hit run or F5, it will automatically save for you. So it's always good to keep saving as you're going through code. But if you don't at the beginning because you haven't built the habit, whenever you run it does help you. But I try to save as much as possible just so it's just a good habit. You don't want to like your Visual Studio to crash and you lose lines of code that you just wrote. And now you see that it wrote welcome to C#. And you can just copy and paste this on. So Control C or Command C if you're on Mac, Control V, and it will print it again. There you go. Welcome to C#. Welcome to C#. Alright, so I just wanted to do a quick overview. Don't worry about, like I said, just don't worry about memorizing it. The more you work with it, the more you try to put in the time to learn it, the more it's going to come to you and you're going to understand it naturally. And nothing should just be forced or crammed into your head. You're not going to enjoy coding. Just be proud of what you're learning on the way, and it'll come to you so much quicker. But anyways, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you with the next video.